and we are moving as fast as we can. As fast as we can get there.
Hi! We are Matching Guys! Today we are reviewing something new, brand new.
That is not a restaurant. It's called
Via Rail, or I like to call it Viva Rail.
yeah, let's call it Viva Rail. And today, as you can see, we are in a different location.
We are at David's apartment. Very first category is the moments of truth.
Yep.
What did we think at the beginning when we saw everything? Would you like to take this time?
Yep, the very first thing that we did, well, actually, before we talk about the moment of truth, I would like to briefly talk about before we book the trip. So first we booked the trip online through their website. So you literally go Montreal to Toronto train on Google and Via Rail website shows up. So make sure to book it at least 3 months in advance if you want the fair pricing.
Or more.
3 months or more at least. If you don't do it 3 months or more, you will see the price difference. The dates that you choose, if it's not 3 years in prior, you will be paying 3 times more. Now we talk about the moment of truth.
The moment of truth.
Okay, so this is the review for Via Rail. To start with, we already have the boarding pass. You have the boarding pass? Yes. So we are starting, so we were in a line for a long time. This gentleman is coming to help us. Sorry, our vlog got a little cut off. So the Via Rail, this guy actually, maybe they're toys. We used only Via Rail once time. This is our second time using it. So first time we came, we didn't realize that we have the boarding pass. We already bought the ticket online.
So
we have the boarding pass. When you come in, you just go in the lineup straight up to your gate, which is our gate is 21. So we just want to wait in, and there's quite a lineup there.
For this review, I'm already impressed because the guy actually, asked if we already had our pass.
Yep.
That way we didn't have to wait for so long.
Yep, but otherwise we would have been there for a long time.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you,
So
Viva
far it's been good. Viva, he always says Viva.
Via, whatever.
Gone to the end of the lineup. Then we got to board the train, and everyone was pretty friendly. They checked our ticket, they checked our luggage. We didn't have massive luggage, so they didn't really have
Seats
to do any.
were pretty comfortable.
Hey, hold on. I'm coming back. Thank you. Sure. Stop making me more nervous than I already am. This guy makes me so much nervous. Here, this guy, yeah, like here.
I thought you forgot it.
I'm not, okay, how can I forget? Why would I forget my bag?
Second was decor. How beautiful and elegant did the place look, and we're gonna say it was okay. It was a train. I mean, it looked like a train. There were seats, there were tables that you could pull out, there was a washroom, amenities.
Were there food available? Yes, there were food available, but my
For
mom,
a price.
for the price. You don't. If you're in economy class, you don't get the food. They offer the food, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, and that you have to pay for it.
Via Rail, you have Wi-Fi, and I think it stops like seven stops before it takes you to Montreal. We are actually going to Montreal, so we are going to be doing the review of going to Montreal and going to do the review of the Via Rail in general. So far, it's very comfy. The fare that we booked is actually Escape, and we also have the menu as well. You can actually order food and pay for it. And they also have, if you don't have the credit card, if you have the credit card, they actually charge the manual thing all the way. They don't have any machine or anything in the plane. You can always pay with cash.
Services, now we go to timing and service. Number one, before we go to timing and service, I just want to mention about the weight limit
Of the suitcases. Okay, so you're allowed to have one suitcase, which was, what was it, like
40 pounds of one suitcase, or two luggage,
or too
one
small
big one,
of 25.
Yeah.
Your hand bag, which is like your backpack or anything like that you're carrying on the side of your purse, can be no more than 25 pounds. The weight changes if you're in economy or in first class, but we were in escape class, so the wage was just slightly lower for us.
Yeah.
Just something to know if you're in escape class.
Now we talk about the services and timing. In terms of timing, everything was good. As we mentioned about the moment of truth, that this guy came, he cared about the timing. He didn't want us to wait in the line for too long. He told us to get in a different line. We got on the train on time, but there was a delay 2 times. Okay, that's also another exceptional service that I would mention. We were delayed 2 times, and one of the times, okay, so their policy is if they are delayed more than an hour, you get next trip 50% off.
And we are moving as fast as we can. As fast as we can get there.
We paid $90 for each person going back and forth. So one way trip was delayed for more than an hour. It was late for like when we were coming
An
back.
hour and a half.
An hour and a half or whatever. So then I called the. One of the lady was saying, one of the waiters or whoever that was, one of the staff member, I heard one person talking, and I'm like, so sorry, what's the delayed situation here? She's like, yeah, so if you actually been delayed for more than an hour, you have to call the customer service. For the next trip, you will get 50% off on this trip that you took.
One thing to note though is you can only use this discount over the phone. You cannot book it online.
That's correct.
I mean, it's a little weird there, but hey, they're giving you like $22 off each ticket, so that's still amazing.
One thing I really found was like super annoying is that both time, unfortunately, I was actually annoyed. I mean, I shouldn't be saying that.
We got unlucky.
Yeah, but it was like we were assigned the emergency captain, as they call it. So basically, they actually choose two people who have this above their seat. They have an emergency box, right?
This little hammer thing.
Yeah, hammer thing. So you are basically assigned to guide the whole train. If in case of emergency, you're basically responsible for all these people.
And on the way there, Peter wasn't that upset, but on the way back, what happening at the beginning was his mom and his sister were sitting on the 4-seater, and he was upset because he wanted the other 2 seats. And then the guy's like, oh, we have the seats all reserved, blah, blah, blah. And he just really didn't want to be
I was upset. I know the thing is, okay, so how can you book the ticket of somebody? You see that there's a person sitting there, you have a table. Like, okay, so there's a table, 2 people sitting here and 2 people sitting in front. So why wouldn't you book the whole family? You know that they're all 4 together. Why wouldn't you book the whole family with the table together instead of putting 2 people with the table and 2 people across the table? So I had to ask one customer, 2 people that was on the side of the table to move them so that they don't awkwardly sit with somebody they don't know, and I could sit with my family.
But it worked out in the end.
Yeah, but the staff was like, oh, sorry sir, this is all reserved. We will get more customers later, so I can't do anything about it. And I'm like, okay, what about this seat that you actually just automatically assume that I'm okay with being a safety captain or whatever.
No, we picked
I don't want to be
class,
responsible. Yeah,
so
exactly.
you don't get that option.
Anyway, so that was like one of the, in terms of the service, I find it was kind of weird.
If you guys could see us, we're almost there, so noisy, and we're about to reach Montreal. We have already officially crossed Ontario.
Now, the conclusion.
Yep.
You know what we thought. Will we be coming back? Will we be returning? And
How many shirts are we giving?
Okay, so first off, yes, of course we're coming back. We loved the trip. We loved the view. Everything was amazing. I mean, yes, we wish the seats were a little bit more comfortable, but that's because we are cheap asses, so we didn't go first class. We were in first class, we put it in
like a whole
we had
bed to ourselves.
We are in here, Montreal. We are real. Thank you so much.
Now, moving on to the conclusion. Yes, we loved it. And how many shirts are we giving, darling?
So just because of a little bit of inconvenience and stuff, I would say we would just kind of take a one shirt. So we are giving 4 shirts to be a real. It's definitely not the 5 shirts. We were not, I would say, exceptionally amazed by their service like the way we were at the Blue Burger Bar.
We were just a little upset because we kept on being forced for the safety thing. It started getting annoying.
And the other thing is, like, the employee would have been like very nice about it. He was like, oh, do you mind, sir?
He did not use the mannerism that we have been taught through hospitality and through the management. He could have been a lot more polite with it. He could have did something like,
could have just asked us like, okay, it's okay if you guys could. Then later, when I had to personally ask the person to switch, and like, you are using your system to do that, like, you know, so you could have just put us together. And he's like, oh no, this is how it is. It's like, do not ever tell a customer the way it is. This is how it is. You do not tell the person.
Yeah, you try and
exactly. Accommodative. We do it all the time. It's like, even though I wanna kill somebody inside, but I don't say that to a person.
I mean, at the very least, if you know your customer is feeling upset, give them a free snack or something, so they at least feel somewhat like you're just trying to help. Be like, I'm so sorry, but maybe give them something, like a snack or something to make them feel a bit better, because sometimes you don't have control over these things, obviously, but I'm just saying, try to make your customer feel as comfortable as possible, because they are paying for this ticket. And they are going to be on this train for 5 hours, so try to make them feel as comfortable and not as irritated as he was a little bit when we started the trip.
But it's okay. Overall,
but
the trip
still,
was amazing.
We are getting off now.
I'm behind.
right here. And my parents and my sister is up ahead.
Fancy.
Yeah, I know. That's what Maniba was saying that too. That we should have gotten this little table thing, but there are 5 of us, so we can't really get the table like that. Yep. See you in Montreal.
4 shirts.
We have
Stars? What are stars? No, shirts.
Okay.
Shirts.
We're giving 4 shirts.
4 shirts.
These are matching dyes, okay? Last but not least, is this will we are real gear friendly? I would say I didn't really feel uncomfortable at all.
Although we weren't really interacting with many people.
Yeah.
And it's not like we were
really having
going
crashes. Yeah.
all the time. But
Yeah,
we
it
felt
felt
comfortable.
comfortable, yeah.
We didn't feel weirded out. So I'd say
It was gear friendly.
it was game friendly,
yeah.
or we think it was at
Yeah,
least.
but on the top of the thing, I think they are definitely gear friendly because we saw them in Pride 2017. We saw them.
Oh, yes!
So I think they are gear friendly.
Okay,
They
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
feel uncomfortable at all. So that's what it's saying.
So it was
is
amazing.
gear-friendly.
So anyways, to end this, remember to like.
Remember to subscribe down there.
And remember to have a matching day.
Really did.